As you guys know, I've been doing Archipelago Edition variant showcasing. So I've combined everything into one video to give you guys the ultimate dragon variant showcase. So here y'all go. As I have in here from me are the Boulder class showcase, the mystery class, the sharp class, the Stoker class, the strike class, the tidal class, and finally the tracker class. This is Archipelago Additions, and today we're going to be going over every variant in the Boulder class. Hello everyone, we are back again with another video, and this time we're going over every Boulder class variant in Archipelago Additions. So why don't we start? So this is the Bone Mamba. It is just going to be a fully black Grave Napper, pretty much. Then we have the Brawn Grave Napper. This one's going to be a nice red and orange. Pretty cool. Then we have the Bush Viper. This is probably the most common one you're going to find in your world. Is this one. Then we have the Grave Napper, this is the base model. For all of these, this is the normal one. Then we have Ragnarok. This is the best one in my opinion. It's nice color scheme. Then we have the Silent Grave, which is going to be a Bone Napper and a Grave Napper essentially. Then we have Tenkrem, which is going to be a nice blue color. Pretty vibrant looking guy. Then we have Warbat, which is pretty cool looking as well. And finally, we have the Worm Grave. It's probably the worst variant in my opinion. It's not too nice looking. Next, we have the Gronkles, and this is the Albino Gronkle. Pretty awesome. Then we have the Bulldog Gronkle. I don't like this one as much. Then we have the Bumpy Gronkle. Pretty okay. Now we have the Coal variant. I like these ones the best because they have like a nice glow to them, like we can see on the diamond one. Really like this. This is pretty cool. Then we have the Doge variant. Then we have the Emerald Gronkle. Like this one more than the others so far. Gold Gronkle, also pretty cool. Then we have Gronko, which is a Queso Gronkle variant. Only thing I would change is maybe put orange on top of the eyelids, kind of like eyebrows. Then we have the Iron Gronkle, pretty awesome. Now we have the Lapis Gronkle. I like this one the most. This one's pretty cool. Now we have Melanistic. This one's... I like this. I like the color. Nice dark purple. Then we have Nether Gold. Red and yellow. Not as good as the original, but alright. Netherite. The Netherite one fits as a Gronkle the most, I feel. It doesn't glow as much, and it's got their basic color scheme. And finally, we have Redstone. Also pretty cool looking guy here. Next, we have the Hot Burples. And this one is the Albino Hot Burple. Not that nice, not too much texture on this guy. He's alright. Then we have the Bushcomber. I don't really like this one either because it's not that nice color scheme going on. Then we have the Blistering Belcher. This one's getting better, better color scheme, whatever. Then we have the Bushwhacker, a little bit better. Still doesn't really fit. Then we have Grump, which is Gobber's hot purple that we see in the movies. Then we have the actual hot purple. This is the base model. I like how they did the textures on this one, it's really nice. Then we have Melanistic. I like this one, an all black hot purple. This is really cool. Then we have Ogre, like Shrek. Then we have Tomato, not as good. And finally we have Varmtrike. It's the blue one, also not as nice, just doesn't fit this guy. Now we're looking at the Hush Boggles. This is the albino Hush Boggle. Not too cool. Now I have the Blaze Boggle, not Bloggle, but Blaze Boggle. Pretty cool. I would wish that this pink color would be more orange or darker red maybe, and then be spot on. Then we have the Dangerous Hush Boggle, red and purple, pretty cool. Then we have the Gorge variant, fully red, and the Faux Hammer, blue and yellow. I like this one, this one's pretty great. And then this one is the original Hush Boggle. This is the base one right here. This is kind of looks like a Speed Stinger, green and red. Then we have Melanistic, all black with a little bit of dark green accents. Then we have the Mythic Murmurquill Hush Boggle, all purple. Not the greatest, but still pretty nice. And then Night, I like the Night one. Nice dark purple looking. This one's pretty cool. And finally for the Hush Boggles, we have the Rose Boggle. A pink and green looking one. Not too shabby. Next up, we have the Screaming Deaths. And this one is the Black Mamba, which is going to be a solid black variant of the Screaming Death. Then we have the Deadly Nadder variant. Looks like a Deadly Nadder. Then we have the No Face. Pretty scary. Scary looking guy. Then we have the Screaming Ball. Then we have the normal Screaming Death. This is your base model here. Then we have the Screaming Desert. Pretty cool. Almost exactly the same as this one, but more peachy and orange. Then we have Sinmara, an all blue one. Pretty awesome. And we have Surtur, all orange. Now we have the Soul Screamer, Soul Sand one. Not as cool. Talking Death, which is pretty awesome. I like this one of my favorite ones. It's got a nice color scheme. And finally, we have the World Serpent, Jormungandr. Most likely based off the one in the God of War series. Pretty awesome. I like this one too. Next, we have the Sentinels. And I don't think my mod pack is at the newest version because some of these have this head shape and some of them have this one. Nevertheless, albino, not that cool. Probably would be better if it had the right version. Then we have Amethyst, cool looking, tracking. But we have the Sentinel here. Then we have Ametrine, pink and yellow, not as cool as the Amethyst one, but it's alright. Then we have Aquamarine, blue. Personally, the Amethyst one's still my favorite so far. Then the Diamond Sentinel, I think this one would be my favorite if it had this, if it actually looked like a Sentinel. Dreidel, pink and green. I don't think this one would even be nice with the new texture or the new model. Then we have Emerald. I like this one. This one and the Amethyst are definitely the best ones. And we have Endstone. This one's pretty cool. Then we have Garnet. If it had the black like the emerald and the amethyst one. I think this one would be really cool. But this like purple is... We have glitzy guardian, blue and yellow one with the old model. Not the greatest. Then we have the Hellkeeper. To be honest, this one looks kind of horrendous. This looks really bad right now. I'm sure I look better with the new model. But right here, now we have the Iron Sentinel. This one's pretty cool looking. Like it. Then the Lapis one. This one's also pretty cool. This one's on par with Amethyst and Emerald. Black and blue. It's pretty awesome. Then we have the Melanistic. This one would probably be the best if it had the new model. But since it doesn't, it's not too good. Then we have Moonstone. Blue and white. This one is pretty cool. I do like it, even though it's not the classic black, and even though it's not as good as these, it's still pretty nice with the blue and white. And we have Pearl, pretty much an all the white one. I'm assuming that's what this one would look like right here, but black. Now we have Redstone, again, a black and vibrant color variant. Really, really cool. I like this. Now we have the Rose Quartz. This one might be the worst one with the new model. It's not too nice. Then we have Sandstone, pretty blah, just gray. And finally, the normal Sentinel. Only it had the better model. This would actually look like the one from the show, and that'd be pretty cool. And the final dragon we have is the Whispering Death. This one here is the albino variant. Not great. Then we have the Bomb Welter variant. This one is pretty nice. I like this orange that they use. Pretty cool. Then we have the Dripping Death. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a stalactite or whatever in the Minecraft caves. Then we have the Grave Digger. This is pretty cool with the blue and red, like this. Now we got the Guzzling Death. Pretty cool looking here. We have Melanistic. I like this one a lot. I don't know if you can tell, but like dark colored dragons, I love. They're super cool. I like this. Then we have Toothless's Rival that we see in the Riders and Defenders of Berk show. I like it. Then we have Toughnut's Death Ride. Not work. And I tried summoning it, so it is not being covered. Then we have the Whispering Death. This is the base one. I do like Toothless's Rival better though. And finally, we have the Yelling Death, Whispering Death with the play of Screaming Death on it. Pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video, and I'll see y'all. Peace out. Today we're diving into the most secretive and unpredictable dragons in the Archipelago Additions mod. The Mystery Class. The Mystery Class is all about stealth, trickery, and the unknown. These dragons specialize in deception. From vanishing into thin air to unleashing powers you won't see coming. Each variant is totally unique. Some breathe smoke clouds to disappear. Others strike from the shadows. And a few you might not even realize they're there until it's too late. Taming a mystery class dragon isn't easy. You'll need sharp instincts, quick thinking, and a little luck, but once you do, you'll have a stealthy, powerful companion by your side. If you're ready to master the unseen forces of the Archipelago, the mystery class is calling your name. The like and subscribe button for more dragon showcasing. And which mystery class dragon would you choose to tame? Hello everyone. Like stated in the intro, we're going over the mystery class today. So why don't we get into it? Looking at every mystery class variant in Archipelago Additions. I am trying a new way of recording my videos. I feel like a replay mod sort of thing. Tell me if you like this better or worse than the other ones. Here we have the Deep Slate Ancient Grovewing. Now this is the only one they have currently because this is a brand new dragon that they made. If we get it sitting up here. It's got this nice blue, black and blue color scheme. Very cool. As I mentioned, this is the Deep Slate variant. I do really like this. It's a fully custom dragon, I believe. Pretty cool. Next up, we have the armor wing. And this here is the albino armor wing. Very similar to the normal one right here. It's just a pinker appearance and redder eyes, but not much else different with this one. Next, we have the normal armor wing. This is the one from the Race to the Edge show. Then we have Battle Nene armor wing. So a nice gold and green armor wing here. It's kind of like the jade and gold kind of thing. We have the Battle Whip. This one, not as cool. White and pink here. Still alright. We have the Copper Wing. It's gonna be more orange than your base one, with copper armor, of course. Then we have the Diamondback, which, as in the name states, it's gonna be wearing diamonds on its back, with a more blue appearance than the normal one. Then we have the Emerald Guardian. Kind of obvious skin. It's gonna be wearing emeralds as its guard, with the green appearance of the armor wing. Next up, we have Gold Rush. Gold Rush is going to be straight out of the Nether. I feel like kind of looks like the Nether Gold. A little bit dark brown, reddish wings with your golden armor. Then we have the Nether Wing. And this one's going to be wearing netherite for its protection, with the brownish color scheme, similar to the original one, but a little bit darker. And the final armor wing variant is melanistic. Now, it's kind of weird that the armor changes on the melanistic one, but it's really cool. I like this black variant it has here. This is super awesome. Out of all the dragons we have here, the black ones like this are usually my favorite. They look super cool. After armor wings, we have Boneknappers, and this is the albino Boneknapper. The main difference here is going to be white wings instead of green, and the bones are a little weird color, and the eyes are going to be pink. Next up, we have the original Boneknapper here from the Boneknapper Special from the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Then we have Cryptbone, which can be a yellow looking one. Not as cool. It's alright here. Then we have Dune. Pretty awesome. I like the swing design here. And then the darker colors, very nice. After, we got Jeremy with his red and black color scheme. This one's really awesome. I love how they made this one look. I have the Jolly Napper, which is going to be your Christmas variant. You can see it has Christmas lights on its tail, and its wings have like a nice glowing thing. After, we got Melanistic. Pretty cool. Better than the original. Not as cool as Jeremy though. Very similar to Dune over there as well. I like it. Now we got Primal Napper. This one looks like it's straight out of the jungle. Nice blackish brown bones and some greenish wings. Now we have Skull Crown. This one's gonna be really cool too. It's almost like Godzilla with its glowing patterns. Or who's the new one? Shimu in the new movie, I think. The white and blue. Now we got the Sugar Napper. This one's probably going to be the worst one they have. The color scheme, not too great here. pink and white. Just does not fit this dragon at all. And finally, we have Witherbone. Again, with this nice red and black design. I do think Jeremy was still better though, with his dark red, comparable to this paler one. Now we're on to Changewings, and this one is going to be your albino Changewing. Completely white here, not much texture happening. I don't believe this is finished. Oh wait, maybe it is. There is some texturing here from the stomach to the back. It's going to have pure red eyes. Now we're on to Bush Stalker. But for real, this is going to be more brown than your normal Changewing, but otherwise not too different. Still pretty nice. Now we're on to the normal Changewing. This is the one that you're going to be seeing in the shows and such. Nice orange-red design. And we have Dawn. I like this nice vibrant thing. I feel like it fits the Changewing thing because they can be as bright as they want because they're able to blend into their surroundings with their dragon powers. Now we have the Icewing. Yeah, this one's really nice with its blue icy design. I really like this. Dark blue eyes as well. Next we have Melanistic. Now, again, as I said, the black ones are always super cool looking. And here we have a black Changewing, and this is really cool looking. I love this. This is something I'd get in survival world because I like this so much. Now we're up to purple. Not as good as Dawn over there. Pretty similar, but just completely purple. Now we have Snuffnut from the one episode from Race to the Edge, where Toughnut dies, allegedly. But it's going to be a normal Changewing, but more red, and have Toughnut painted on its belly. Now we have Twilight. This one's better than purple, I think. It just has a nice pop to it being this dark blue. Very different than your original, almost opposite on the color wheel. And finally, we have Twister. Not the greatest. Green, pink, and yellow. It's kind of weird. Now we're on to Dramillions, and this is going to be your albino Dramillion. Completely white, red eyes like the rest. We're straight out of Race to the Edge. Now we're on Aquamarine. Not as cool. I think the albino fits the Dramillion the best. This aquamarine one is not the greatest. Now we're on to Bonfire. This one again, I feel fits even less than that one because they do usually have the white stomach and chin, but this one's yellow. Now we have the normal Dramillion, and this is the one from the show, as well as a few other variants that are around here. Pretty cool looking with the blue and the red. Now we're onto the Elder Dramillion. We have also seen this in the show, just opposite of each other, with the red and blue, or the blue and red to the red and blue. Now you have Hurlcast, which is going to be a orange one with a black stomach. Now it's supposed to have a white one, but I think this black looks pretty cool with this contrast it has going on. It's kind of like a what's it called? I believe it's called a corn snake with his tail here. Now we're on to Melanistic. Kind of looks like a Night Fury, but skinny. A very nice looking dark purple and black. I do like this. Now we have Mimerick. This one not too cool. The blue and the purple look kind of weird on it. Don't know how to feel about this one. We have Murkva. I think this one is seen in the show. I'm not 100% sure though. It looks off, but looks spot on at the same time. We have Natvig. I am confusing myself. These three right here might not even be in the show. I'm just gaslighting myself because they look really close to those two that are actually in the show, but are instead these different color variants. However, definitely better than this other purple one. This one is much better. Second to last, we have Ormsleeky. This yellow and purple, not too cool. I think what they should have done is switch these two like they did with the originals. And maybe add another one to switch with this one. Which I think Bonfire kinda does that. And finally, we have the Titan Wing Dramillion. This one would be way better if they made it bigger, but I don't know if you can, just with the texture change. I feel like it would have been cool to see a bigger version of the Dramillion, and it being the Titan Wing one. Since we're done with the Dramillions, we're now on to the Flightmare. This is going to be your albino one. This looks pretty strange. Does not fit the Flightmare vibe. And really, none of these do except for the blue ones. Because the Flightmare does eat the algae that turns blue during Arvindel's fire. So none of these actually make any sense. Except for the blue ones. Now we have Brimstone, an orange one. Maybe during a lunar eclipse it'd be possible for the Flightmare to look like this. Ecto, a nice teal one. This one I feel like would work because it is blue. I do like it. Now we're on to Flaredon. And maybe if you shot a flare and it was Dawn, it might look like this. I like this color scheme though. I feel like this red does kind of fit it. Looks pretty cool. Now we have the normal Flightmare. Straight from the show. Pretty self-explanatory. Looks pretty spot on. Now we're on to Jewel. This one I feel like would also be possible. I don't know why. Just because algae is normally green. And it also does fit. Now we're on to Lux Divina. This one looks really cool. I like this white blue color scheme it has going on. Now we're on to Melanistic. And the Melanistic doesn't even turn it that dark. It's just darker. But compared to the Dramillion over there, which is almost completely black, this is a dark blue. Then we have Shockwave. I feel like, this looks pretty similar to the normal Flightmare, just a little bit darker. Now we have Summer Shine, and this one's going to be yellow. Kind of like a pea yellow looking color. Not the greatest. And our final Flightmare is going to be the Transmare. This is going to be a pinkalicious bubblegum pink Flightmare here. Pretty cool. Right. Next up, we're on to our hideous Zipplebacks. This is going to be your albino one. Completely white with a hint of yellow. And it's going to have some nice pinkish eyes. Now we're going to be on to Raki, like the dinosaur. Gray and brown eyes. Very cool looking. I like that. Now we're on to Exiled. Nice purple design. I believe we've seen this in the shows and movies, I think. Like I said, Fart and Sniff, I think was one of the Titan Wings in one of the episodes. Now we're on to Gilded. This is a really nice one. I like the golden black style that they have on this. Very cool. Now we have Ham Feast. Nice deep purple with white. Very cool. Now we're on to Hirata. We have a black and orange, or gray and orange scheme. Pretty nice as well. Now we're on to Hod. A nice deep red and light orange color scheme it has. Not as nice as some of the others we've seen, but still pretty good. We have Candy and Cane, which are going to be candy canes. And this is going to be your Christmas variant. Pretty solid. We have Leaf and Bark, similar to Barf and Belch. I just feel it's like toned up to the max though. Now we're on to Melanistic. This is pretty cool. I think I've said it in one of my videos before, but there used to be a How to Train Your Dragon game on the PS3, and I've made every single dragon I had in that game purely black, kind of like the Melanistic variants that we've seen in the video so far. Pretty awesome, like the other ones. Finally, we have Pistol. This is also going to be your Barf and Belch. One from the show and movies, from the franchise, I should say. We have Poison and Dart. It's going to be a play on poisonous dart frogs. I really like this. This pops really nice. Just a couple more, but this is Purple and Nurple. Orange and purple design. Pretty cool looking. Now we're on to Sander. Nice earthy sand looking one. Pretty awesome. Now we're on Sparkles and Spark. Pure electricity flowing through these guys. Pure white eyes. And really bright yellow. Now we're on to Water and Melon. As you can tell from the name and the color scheme, is clearly a watermelon zippleback. And our final hideous zippleback is going to be Whip and Lash. It's going to have a vibrant blue and a deep blue color scheme on it. After our zipplebacks, we are now on Smothering Smoke Breaths. And this is going to be your albino variant. Very similar to the normal smoke breath, I think. I think the only thing different is just a teeny bit more pale, and the eyes are red. Then we have the Bush Smoker. So it's going to be a deep green. Maybe not with the eyes. The eyes are a little bit more pale. Now we have Glitter Smoke. It's got some glittering bits on its tail and back, as well as its wings. I don't feel like this fits the theme, and this being one of my least favorite ones. We have Gold Rush. This one, even less. Completely bejeweled out. Kind of weird. They're on to Hugin, which I believe is one of Odin's crows in Norse mythology. Be really cool. Bright blue eyes, black and red. I do like this. Now we're on to Hall Chewer. This is going to be very similar to your base one, just brown instead of gray. Then we have Jewel Tree, which is going to be your Ho 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 Jolly variant, Christmas variant. Very weird. Don't know how to feel about this. Now we're on to Magma Breath. This looks extremely similar to a magma cube, which I feel like is kind of what they did on purpose. This is pretty cool though. Now we're on to Melanistic. As I've said every single time, the Melanistic one is going to be above par every single time. It just looks super cool. Now we're into Metal Meddler. Very, very similar to Hull Chewer. Just the texture is different. Now we have Munin. This is another one of Odin's crows, but instead of being the red and black, it's going to be a deep blue and black. Coming close to the end, we have our normal Smothering Smoke Breath from these shows. We have Smoked Barbecue. It's going to be a red looking one. Kind of weird. And our final Smoke Breath is going to be Lady Glamour Wing. It's got some gold on it. Now we're on to Snap Trappers. I've always liked the Snap Trapper. It's always been interesting to me how these guys work. This is going to be your albino one. fully whited out, and they are secreting the chocolatey smell. Now we have the Book of Dragons Snap Trapper, and this is going to be the one seen in the show, or the couple episode thing from the franchise, talking about Berk and his papers. Now we're on to Cocoa Trapper, fully fitting the theme of they secrete a chocolate smell from their mouths to lure in poor Vikings. Not the greatest. They're on
Alan-Cowie.
Don't know how to pronounce that. I believe it's supposed to be a flower kind of thing. And I'd like to think that the other flower designs would secrete a nice flower smell instead of the chocolate. They're on maple, and the maple one maybe secretes a maple scent to lure in Vikings instead, or lure in Canadians instead. Pretty basic though. Now we're cooking. We're on to melanistic. Very cool, fully blacked out. Pretty basic like this one, but since it's fully blacked out, automatically skyrockets and is so much better. On to orchids, and like I said with that other one, since it's like a flower, maybe it secretes an orchid smell to lure in Lady Vikings. Now we're on to Outsnapper. This is going to be better than some of the other ones we've seen because it's a little bit more different, being with its red and blue instead of just plain red. Now we're on to Palm. It's going to resemble palm trees here. Deep green with orange spots. Pretty cool. And our final one is going to be the original Snap Trapper. Purple eyes, greened out with some orange accents. Pretty cool though. I love the Snap Trapper in this mod pack. It's so different and super nice. But anyways, that's it. I hope you guys did enjoy watching. I did have fun making this video, especially the thumbnail. I was very surprised how I made that look that great. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. Fast, fierce, and armed to the teeth, these dragons that are aerial predators in the Archipelago Additions mod are in the Sharp class. From the legendary Razor Whip with its blade-like scales to lesser-known variants covered in spiked armors, these dragons are built for precision strikes. Whether it's slicing through the sky or striking with pinpoint accuracy, these dragons make every move count. If you want speed, sharp turns, and raw power, this class has you covered. And don't forget, if y'all want more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me which one of these dragons are your favorite. Hello, everybody watching this on the fantastic day they're watching. Like stated in the intro, the thumbnail, and the title, we're going to be going over the Sharp class on the Archipelago Additions mod add-on for Isle of Berk. Alright, so I'm editing the video right now, and at about 9 minutes, my webcam mic replaces my mic that I was using at the start. So yeah, every Sharp class variant, Archipelago Additions. Starting off with our Deadly Nadders, we're gonna have our albino Deadly Nadder here, and they are all currently sleeping with their new animations added. Very cool. Basic, I don't like this one too much. It's alright. Next we have Barklethorn. We've seen this in the original Isle of Berk mod. This is not a new variant. Pretty cool though, I like this one for the base ones. Now we're on to Borkweek. Nice teal and pink color scheme going on with this one. Nothing too special, but now we're on cane. This is obviously your Christmas variant. Red and white candy canes. Pretty cool. Now we're on to the base Deadly Nadder. It's going to be your purple and yellow one. It's alright. Now we're on to Fly Storm. This is going to be a orange and green one. We've seen these two already in the normal Isle of Berk. Oh, well, I just realized something. Up next is Hulger. This is almost exactly the same to this one. Eye colors are different, and this one's more dull. Well, we got this random guy now. Pirata. Nice teal and purple. Maybe not a teal, more like a light blue. Pretty decent. Alright. Now we're on to Kingstale. Nice orange and blue. I do like this one. It pops very nice. Next we're on Lethal Lancebeak. Blue and purple ones. I don't really like the blue and purple ones. I don't feel like they match very well. Or well, they do match, but they don't pop. Now we're on to Melanistic. It's going to be a nice dark purple, black variant. I really like this. Now we're on to Pinata. Was recently Cinco de Mayo, then you have your perfect Deadly Nadder variant for it. Next we're on to Rodin. This is your Nether variant, straight out of the lava. Now we're on to the Runic Nadder. It's going to be your Norse themed one. Resembles a runic tablet from... It's going to resemble your runic tablets from many games with the nice blue designs. Now we're on to Scardian. Again, very basic. We've seen like 7 of these same ones. So let's go next. Now we're on to Seedling Stormpest. This one better, different design on the wings, different eye color. Pretty cool. Second to last, we're on to Spring Shedder. This is gonna resemble your albino one, but worse in my opinion, because it just doesn't look very cool. And finally, the one we all love, Stormfly from your movies, shows, games. Very nice. Love to see it. Now we're onto the Deathly Gale Slashes. This is going to be your albino one. Very similar to the base Deadly Nadder. I believe they changed them in the new update that they're adding to this mod. Very similar though. Now we're onto Celestial Royal Wing. This is gonna be your nice yellow sandy looking one. Cool. I like this one more than the albino one over there. Now we're onto Chocolate. Nice deep brown. I don't like the dessert variants for the dragons. They just don't fit with the vibe usually. Now we're onto Chocolate Ice Cream. Again, it's not really fit with the theme. It's just all brown. Not the greatest. Now we're on to Cop's Keep. Now this fits better, I think. Nice pink and almost like a speed stinger in color. Very nice. We have the base Deathly Gale Slash. Nice blue and pink. Definitely fits. Now we're on to Fog Stalker. It's going to be an all purple one. Pretty cool. Now we have Frigid, and he's frozen in place right now. Frigid is frozen in place, but it's very nice with the black and white horns and the blue texture. I like this one the most so far. Now I have Iris. This is pretty cool. I like the glowing and the rainbow design. This is really nice. Now we're on to Melanistic. Very similar to the Deadly Nadder. More of a deeper purple and less patterns. Very nice. Now we're into Mint Chocolate Chip. I think this one's the best dessert variant. I feel like this one fits the most out of the ones we've seen so far. Decent. I went to Strawberry. This one I feel like would fit if it didn't have these patterns on the wings. If it had it just on the body, I feel like it'd work, but otherwise it really doesn't. I went to Strawberry Ice Cream. This one is kinda what I'd be looking for this one, except for the green horns, of course, and the spots on the back. I went to Vanilla. This one probably fits the most, close to the Celestial Royal Wing over there. A nice tan and yellow design here. Pretty awesome. And finally, vanilla ice cream. This one sparkles on the wings. Pretty awesome. Now we're onto razor whips. And this is going to be your albino razor whip. A nice silver looking body with red accents. Pretty awesome with this one. I like this. Now we're onto copper wing. Your copper body with some green accents. Pretty cool too. It's similar to Wingnut that we'll see later. Now we got crimson slash. A nice deep red and black one. This is cool, but doesn't really fit the vibe. Now we have diamond whip. A nice diamond texture. I like this a lot. After that one we have golden whip. Very similar to diamond. Not as cool because it doesn't pop as nice. Now we're on jade blade. A nice greenish blue with black accent. Similar to the crimson slash over there. Pretty cool too. Now we're on to melanistic. I like this nice deep purple and black. Awesome. And then we got nether whip. This is going to be your netherite variant. It's gold accents with the blackish brown body. Now we're on to the base razor whip. It's the most basic one they have. A nice gray purple eyes. We've seen this in Race to the Edge. Second to last, we're on to wind shear. We're all familiar with this one if you've seen the shows. A nice bluish gray and the green eyes, of course. And finally, we have Wingnut shown in Race to the Edge in one of the Wing Maiden episodes. Very nice iron looking one here. Pretty cool. Now we're on to Scuttleclaw. These are the dragons that are seen in the second movie, Babies, that they ride back to Berk. And this is your albino one. Nice pinkish gray with red eyes. Now we're on to Biter. A nice yellow and green one. Pretty cool. Now we're on to Chomper. Nice contrast with this one. I like the green and red. Pretty cool. Now on to Clever Crisper. It's going to be an apple. You can see with the seeds in the inside and then the outside apple texture. Now we're on to King. I don't like this one as much. This one's alright. Now onto Melanin. Really dark one here. Like this. Almost black. Very nice. Now we're on to Orange. A nice orange and blue contrast. Pretty cool. Now onto your base Scuttleclaw. It's going to be a nice purple and blue. Pretty awesome little guy. Second to last, we have Skyfly. This one's better than Orange and the other blue ones we've seen. Like light blue and light orange. Very nice. And finally, we have Swamp Claw. This is going to be a nice swampy looking one, as the name. Alright, the next couple dragons don't work, so I will be putting pictures on the screen. As well as the other ones will also be going up on screen. Stingers come alphabetically first, but there are way more stingers than there are storm cutters, so we'll start off with storm cutters. The two albino one, yellow white looking design, not the best, but pretty cool. I love storm cutters. Next up we have barn owl. I like the name best. It's based off a barn owl. I do like this nice barn owl design. Nice tan, dark white, very cool. Now we have the black barn owl, very similar to the normal one, that is black. We have the bowreel owl. I've not seen these guys, I don't think, so I don't know how accurate it be, but it looks similar. I, for me, not the greatest. With the burrowing owl, I have seen these guys. I do like this. I like the extra colors that happen here. Now it's the cloud jumper, a Lolcus dragon that we see in How to Train Your Dragon 2. Very similar. I really like this. There's Cookie Cutter,
greatest. Like he's smiling right now. The mask on. I don't know how I feel about that. In flight, nice black, purple, and blue. Very cool. I like this. Now into Gloomleer. This one feels too vibrant for the vibe. I don't know how I feel about this. Now we have Hopewing. This one is pretty cool. I feel like what it would look like in the caves and How to Train Your Dragon 3 at the Dragon World. Now we're into Herbane. A nice red and black. I like this design. It's very nice. Now we're on the Melanistic. It looks kind of like chocolate. I don't know how I feel about this. I would hope it's more black, like black and purple like the other one, but it's more like the black owl that we've seen earlier. Now we're on the Owl Hoot. I do like this with splotches of white. Pretty cool. I also feel like it's too much. Now it's a Red Dragon. I don't know how I feel about this one. That makes it too dark to fit the vibe. Pinkish purple. Now we're onto Serene. Nice sunset looking one. I like the horns. It has the red and yellow gradient. Looks like a sunset. Onto Snowy Owl. White and black. Doesn't pop too much. I don't know how I feel about this one. Next we have Storm Cutter. I feel like it's almost too basic. I don't know how I feel about it. And something that's weird to me is that all like for most of the basic designs are usually purple. Now we have Temptacious Scale from nice blue and purple. I find this very nice. Now we're into Fire, very similar to the Red Dragon one, but I like this one a little bit less. Now weird. Second to last, we have the Warp Storm. It's gonna be your Nether variant, and it's gonna look like the blue Nether Warp biome. And finally, we have Woodland. I do like this, like deserty looking one. Very nice. Now we're on Stingers. This is going to be your albino one. Very similar to the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. Pretty cool though. Now we have Aloe. This is going to be based off an Allosaurus because the Stingers have a bunch of dinosaur variants. But very nice. I like the dinosaur variants. I like it. Now we're into Astro. I don't like this one more than Aloe. Weird textures, but still pretty nice. Now we're into Badlands, and these are the Stingers that you can find in the Badlands. Nice orange, blue, and purple design. We're into Big Edie, a nice dark and black, dark gray looking one. Pretty cool. Now we're into Bucky. I don't like this one too much. Weird pattern. The colors don't really fit together. Now we're into Chaos, a nice blue and tan looking design. Now we have Coastal Predator. I believe I used to the same on accident, but the Coastal Predator is a blue one. Then I have Demon Carno, like a Carnotaurus. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. The color scheme that I'm getting from this. Now we're into Ed, yellow, blue, pink. Again, doesn't really fit. Now we're onto Fang, all blue one, kind of like a snake with a pattern. We're onto Fire. It's not that fire. It's not the greatest one. Now we're onto Frog. I really like the frog variant. It's really nice. Big stuff. Poisonous dart frogs. Pretty cool. I love it. Now into Giga, which is based off the Giganotosaurus, and all of the dinosaur variants of Jurassic World movies and games. Very nice. Then we have Grim, a nice sandy and fine. I like it a lot. Now we're on the ice texture, pretty cold. Now we have the actual Indominus variant. This is very similar to the albino one, but more white. Now we're on to Chingly, and I believe this is based off one of those snakes again, pattern and colored. They have Coco, looks like it's in the movie Coco with the pattern and color. I don't really like it. Now we're on to Lavender. It's going to be a nice purple looking one. Pretty cool. Now to Lewistic Berry. Berry is very similar to the Indominus Rex, but has no eyes. Now into Limbo. Limbo's pretty cool. I like his design and color scheme. Very natural. Now into Little Edie. We've seen Big Edie. This one is more brown than black. And now we're on to Melanistic. Very cool. Now we're on to Mud Masher, the base Berk variant. Not the greatest though. Now to Quine Blue. And I don't really like the ones with the grass. Now to Quine Red. I like this one more. This one I feel fits better than the other ones. The one that's weird. I don't know what's wrong about it. Now we're on to Rexy from Jurassic World. Very cool, like these dinosaur ones. Now it's a Sand Scorcher, a nice purpley one. Red. What's a Scotty? Has colors, Scotland. Nice green and brown. Very curvy. Now it's a Soldier Boy, which I'm guessing is from the Boys, based off the character from the Boys. I do like the Boys, but now it's a Spinaraptor, which is from the Jurassic World game, and it's a hybrid between the Spinosaurus and a Raptor, and this is the level 40 version, I'm guessing, because it's nice glow. Now, Ziggy, nice blue and orange. They have two. One is the Miss Fantastic, or Mrs. Fantastic, I guess. Or the Titan. Is Titan based off the Titans from Attack on Titan? I don't know. Sure looks like it though. Oro, nice brown. I like it. Now we're to White Dragon, and I believe this is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Very similar to Adamus Rex. The red eyes blue. And finally, we're on Wild Roar, which is your base Island Berk variant.
Thank you all for watching. And thank you for putting up with that trash mic. If you guys made it that far, that's pretty amazing. Got a couple more videos of this series left, and not much else. So, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Deep in the volcanic islands of the archipelago, where the ground itself shivers with heat and the air shimmers. With smoke lives a class of dragons born from fire and fury, the Stoker class. Let's take a closer look at these living embers. First, the Monstrous Nightmare, a true terror of the skies, known for its ability to set its entire body ablaze. This dragon doesn't just breathe fire, it becomes it. When angered, it ignites itself with a burning inferno, scorching everything in its path. Next, the Terrible Terror, small, cunning, and always hunting in the shadows. Don't be fooled by its size. In groups, they become a fiery swarm, turning a quiet night into a chaotic blaze. Finally, the newest member of Archipelago Additions, the Singe-Tail, a rare and vicious dragon that uses its fiery tail like a blade, leaving trails of blackened earth in its wake, quick to anger and quicker to strike. These are the dragons born of flame and fury, the Stoker class, creatures of chaos and destruction living in the hottest, most dangerous corners of the archipelago. But be warned, getting too close might just turn you to ash. And don't forget, if y'all like these videos, subscribe, like, and comment which one of these dragons are your favorite. Well, hello everybody watching this. We're back, and today we're doing every Stoker class variant in Archipelago Additions. Starting off, we have the Magma Breathers, and these ones are from the newest show of How to Train Your Dragon, the really bad one. And this is the albino variant. Very white. Now on to Butterball, complete yellow variant, pretty much. Very ugly. I do not like these dragons at all. They are disgusting. Or Magma Breather. This is the base one that you'll see in that show. Probably one of their better variants. Very weird. Now on to Melanistic. I said in a video before, in that one How to Train Your Dragon game, this is exactly what my Gronkles used to look like. Is this right here. Next variant is Peppa. Very pink. Looks like a pig. And that pig is Peppa. Now we see red. Nice red variant with these splotches on the back. Now it's a Toxic Breather. Toxic Breather did not work when summoning him, so it is not being covered. Now into Truffle. I really like this one. This one's kind of like a Gronkle, but in the Magma Breather variant, it's the best one. Now we're on to Whale, a nice blue and algae green looking Magma Breather. And our final one, the Zogler. This is going to be your Nether variant for the dragon. This one looks really cool. I do like this, that it's like broken and decayed. Now we're on to Monstrous Nightmares. This is going to be your albino Monstrous Nightmare. It's your albino variant. They're white, pink eyes. Not the greatest. Doesn't really fit with the vibe. We're on to Batman. White eyes. Yellow accents to the black. No symbol on the chest though. Kind of disappointing. We're on to Black Dragon. In the other video we seen the white dragon. And we have a green dragon as well. But we saw the white dragon before. Very cool. I do like this. Now we have Bloodroot. I think the eyes are glitched because they're supposed to have pupils, but none of these have. Bloodroot, yellow, purple, blue, not too great. We're on Burly Storm, nice pinkish red, Monstrous Nightmare. This one definitely fits the vibe. We're on to Cardinal, nice black and white. I do like this one. This one's very nice. We're on Carnation, a nice pink and tan. This one also fits the Monstrous Nightmare vibe. Very close colors. Alright, so I am sorry. Before this cut, I was watching a very captivating Twitch stream, so I was unable to focus on the recording of the video. But it's been a couple days later, and I'm back and locked into this recording, hopefully. If this is on the right microphone, and I sure hope it is. But I don't know if I talked too much about it, but this does fit the Monstrous Nightmare theme. A nice pinkish, purplish red with the tan underbody does fit the theme of this dragon. Now we have Coral, which is a nice blue one. It's very icy. It does not fit the vibe that much, but it does look very nice. Next we have the Ender Nightmare, which is going to be a play on the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. Then we have Evolved Godzilla. This can be your pink Godzilla in the new Godzilla and Kong movie. Very, very bright. Crazy. I do like this very much. Now to Exile. This can be a nice orange and purple. This one also fits the Monstrous Nightmare theme, I feel, because of the flamey colors. Now on to Fang Hook. This is Gustav's dragon in the shows. Very nice. I do like Fang Hook. Now on to Fang Master. A nice blue and peachy color scheme. Pretty cool. Now on to Frost. This one definitely does not fit the theme of a Monstrous Nightmare, but anyways, still looks very cool. Now on to Ginger. This is going to be your Christmas variant, as you can tell off its color scheme and details. Nice gingerbread color, frosting spots, and gumdrop buttons. Now on to the normal Godzilla. This is very nice. I like Godzilla, is very cool. And being in the How to Train Your Dragon verse, even better. We have Gold Glimmer. This is very nice. A nice jade color scheme with the gold. I do like this a lot. Now we see Hellbore. A nice lime green Monstrous Nightmare. I really like this for a base Isle of Berk variant. Now we're into High Honor. This is going to be like a sandy gold looking Monstrous Nightmare. Don't know how I feel about this. A little bit too bright for my liking. Now, one of the best designs in the game right now. They redesigned Wolf-Fang, made him look more accurate than what he did, because I love how they changed them. Very awesome, because before it was a bright red and less detailed, but now looks like it's the Wolf-Fang straight out of the movies and shows. Awesome. Now on to Low Honor. A nice black and blue Monstrous Nightmare here. Red eyes. Very cool. It's kind of like the Mothman. Now it's a Melanistic. Very similar to this Low Honor, but being a purple instead. Very cool. Now we're onto Mint. Nice minty green and minty blue color scheme it has. This is pretty cool. Now we're onto Mountain. This is a Isle of Berk variant. It's gonna have a nice red blue color scheme. Very nice. Now we're onto Rainbow. A nice rainbow Monstrous Nightmare, as the name explains it. Very cool. We have Rose Blaze. Nice pink and purple looking Monstrous Nightmare. Pretty awesome. We have Rune, I guess. I believe this is a Pokemon. I am not 100% sure. Never mind, I am 100% sure that this is a Pokemon. It is a dual ground ghost type Pokemon. Pretty cool. And then there's Shiny Rune, I guess. Even better because shinies are cooler. You love to see it. Next we have Smoky, and I believe this is going to be your Nether variant. Nice luminescent scales it has with the fire colors. Very nice. I do like this. Next we have Sinfrere. This one is going to be the one that you'll see on your Inferno ships when you go see those. Not the greatest. I don't really like this one. Coming down to the end, we have Thermo Blue. I believe this is based on Godzilla again, but the blue color scheme instead of the pink we saw earlier. We have Thermo Mothra. I believe this is also Godzilla again, but this is his orange and red radiation meltdown Godzilla, I think it is, in the Legends movies. And Sukarion, nice black and pink design. I like this. This is very cool. Second to last, we have Winter, a nice snowy textured Monstrous Nightmare. Very awesome looking. And finally, we have Wolf's Bane. This is going to be a base Isle of Berk variant. A nice blue color scheme. I believe these appear in the shows as well. Now, we're on to Silver Phantoms. This is going to be our albino Phantom. I don't know too much about these guys, so might as well look it up. Alright, so here's what it says. It says, this Stoker class dragon is one of the fastest dragons alive. It is able to fly at extreme altitudes and breathe in thin air. The Silver Phantom is sure to help in any race, since it is so fast. Dark blue flames it fires from its maw can reach temperatures upwards of 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is a quote from School of Dragons. And it is a large Stoker class dragon, like I said. So pretty cool looking dragon. I believe these guys are Night Fury variants. Pretty cool albino. Nice white and pink. They have Oasis. You got the skull and the black body. Pretty cool. Went to Blackout. Exact same to Oasis. Blackhead. And I went to Blood, but you would think it'd look more like blood, but instead it's a pink. Not the greatest. I went to Forest. I like this one. This one's very nice. Pretty cool. Now we're to Green Dragon, exactly the same to this other one, but it's got green eyes instead. Now we're to Howl, a deep blue looking Silver Phantom, not too shabby. We're to Howl 2, instead of the deep blue, it's going to be a gray. Then we have Melanistic, very strange, very strange color scheme for a Melanistic dragon. Not even close to any of the ones we've seen so far in my little series. We have Night, and I'm guessing this is a play on Starry Night since it has the same color scheme and same kind of splotches that are in that painting. Right now we have Pearlescent, mostly pink, not the greatest. I don't really like this. We went to Parapapsis, which I believe is the opposite of Apoapsis. Butchering things out here. White body instead of brown or black, and black head instead of white. We're on to Phantom, Silver Phantom. This is really cool. I do like this because the Monstrous Nightmare did a play on the Ender Dragon, and since this is a Silver Phantom and it does a play on the Phantom, goes really well. Now we're able to see Platinum. I'm guessing that's where that took the body, and it does seem so. Alright, very cool. All white. Looks like a Light Fury. Now we're on to the Rise of Berk variant. It's going to be found in the Rise of Berk games. Very cool. I believe I have this in my world on Rise of Berk. We went to Star Shard. Very nice. White upside, black downside. Very cool. And our final one is Wave. Nice light blue and dark blue color scheme. Very awesome. Alright, our next type of dragon are Singe Tails. I love how they did the Singe Tails. These are one of the best dragon designs that they have in the game right now. But this is the albino one. Looks like an albino chameleon. Very cool. I love this. We have Ask. Very cool. Fiery glow. I'm guessing this is your Nether design, possibly. Then we see Dragon Fruit. It has the inside of the dragon fruit color scheme on the stomach, with the outside on the back. Very cool. Now we're on to green. We have seen these in the show. Nice green cinch tail. Awesome. Now we see inferior. A very nice neon color scheme. Kind of looks like a Nerf bullet, but otherwise pretty cool. We have melanistic, completely black cinch tail. This is really awesome looking. Now we have the Nova tail. It's got like a charger kind of thing. Kind of looks like lightning and whatever. Very cool. Now we see purple. It is going to be a purple cinch tail. Pretty self-explanatory. Still looks pretty good. Now we have red. It's going to be based on the Titan Wing cinch tail that Krogan, I think his name was, has in the Race to the Edge show. Very cool. It is supposed to be a Titan Wing, but it is not that size, but still awesome. Now onto the normal cinch tail. It's going to be your base one in the game. Very cool. Now it's a spotless, exactly the same as this one, but it does not have the spots, hence why it is spotless cinch tail. And finally, we're on to yellow, and yellow is a yellow cinch tail. Do not let Curious George find out about this guy. Let's just say that. Alright, our second to last dragon type is going to be Storm Nightmares. These are basically just going to be monstrous nightmares, but with Storm Cutter attributes like an extra set of wings and the crests, whatever you would call them. But this is your albino one, white and tan color scheme. Not too cool. I don't like that. We have Atlantic, straight out of the Atlantic Sea. Pretty decent, not the greatest I've seen. We have Green Wind Storm, nice deep green emerald looking one, pretty awesome. Now we have Host. I don't know if Host is supposed to be anything special, but it does look kind of like a tree. Pretty awesome. Now we have Melanistic. Instead of being black, it's a deep red, very much like a blood red. Very cool. Now we're on to Pixel. Very nice Oreo color scheme, blacks and whites. I like it. See, and this is Storming Hook-Fang. As we've seen earlier, that Monstrous Nightmare Hook-Fang variant has changed a lot, because this is what Hook-Fang looked like before. Not too similar to him in the actual show, but they changed them so much that it is amazing. Now we're into Tempest, a nice deep blue one. I still think that Melanistics is the greatest because it looks very nice. Second to last, we're on to Thunder. This one's also very cool. I like the black and yellow. Very nice. And finally, we're on to Violet Storm, a pink monstrous nightmare, Storming Nightmare variant. And our final dragon type is going to be Terrible Terrors. This is your albino one. Cool, like one of those white Shih Tzu puppies that lots of Karens own. To be honest, I really hate those dogs. We're on to Bean. It's gonna look kind of like a cocoa bean that we see on jungle trees. I do like this. This is very nice. We're on to Blar. Nice blue one. This is going to be a base Isle of Berk variant. We're on Blue Frog, and it is looking like a blue poison dart frog, I think. Pretty awesome. Now we see Chomp. Chomp is going to be a play on an apple. As you can see, the seeds on the wings and the apple color scheme. Unless it's maybe a watermelon, which would also make sense. Now it's a Compy. This is going to be a dinosaur variant of the little Compsognathus dinosaur, I believe. Very cool. We have Cotton Candy. Don't really like Cotton Candy in real life, but this does not seem that great because these colors are not saturated at all. We're on Dimorphodon, another dinosaur variant of the flying alligator dragons, or flying alligator dinosaurs, you could say, because that is what they look like. Now on to Head. I believe Head is a base Isle of Berk variant. Nothing special going on with him. We have Iggy. I think Iggy was added because I don't think it was in the game before, and Iggy is from the Riders / Defenders of Berk show. We have Love. I don't think Love was in the game. Nice pink and purple looking Terrible Terror. We have Listro, which is going to be another dinosaur variant. It's going to be those fat guys you see in Ark. Probably where you've seen him the most. We have Melanistic. Nice black Terrible Terror. Always like to see it. We have Micro. I don't know if this is supposed to have a play on anything, but otherwise still really cool. We have Micro again, and instead of being blue, it is a tan and red. Now into Moros, and I believe Moros is the personification of fate in Greek mythology, which is pretty cool. We're on to Ovi. I don't think this has a play on anything. I think this is just a white and black Terrible Terror. We're on to Pain. Bright pink Terrible Terror we have here. We have Sea Glass, a nice sea blue looking Terrible Terror. We have Sharp Shot, very nice green color scheme here. Now we're on to Sneaky. I know this is an Isle of Berk variant. I've seen this before in the game. Nice purple and blue. Now we see Terrible Terror. This is your original. But yeah, this is your base Terrible Terror. And we have Terror. This is going to be the same as the Terrible Terror, but more saturated in the color. Coming close to finishing the video, we have a Titan Wing Terrible Terror. And it is a nice red and black. Almost looks like a monstrous nightmare, which I think that's kind of what it's trying to do. We're on to Trico, the grass starter in Pokemon. You love to see it. We're on Troodon, another dinosaur variant. I believe these guys are related. I believe they are related to the Velociraptor in some way. And finally, we have Yellow Frog. Nice sparkly bits and such. But that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and not much else for me to talk about. See y'all next week for the next video. Peace out. The fastest, the deadliest, and without question, the most precise. These are the elite of the skies, and they are in the strike class. First up, we have the Night Fury. Sleek, silent, and near impossible to spot once airborne. With plasma blasts and unmatched speed, this legend is as deadly as it is iconic. Then, there's the Light Fury, built for stealth and power. This dragon can cloak itself mid-flight, turning invisibility into an art form. As well, there are many more dragons, but you're gonna have to watch this video to find the rest of them. And don't forget, like, subscribe for more Dragon Food content, and comment and tell me which one of these dragons are your favorite. Alright, well guys, I am back with another video, and today, like the thumbnail and the intro have stated, we are looking at the Strike class dragons in Archipelago Edition. To start off, we're going to be looking at the Death Grip. Right here is going to be your albino Death Gripper, fully white. I can't tell if that's brown or red. That's a dark red. Next is Banan, going to be a yellow banana looking one, and this makes sense because they spawn in these jungle biomes. Next we have Blood, and they have switched the eye colors, I think. A nice red color scheme with green eyes. Next we have Death Gripper. This is going to be the one that you see in the How to Train Your Dragon 3 movies. Very nice. I do like this. They made this very nice. Next we have Ender, and it's going to be like an End City looking one. Pink eyes, purple color scheme. Very cool. We're on Flamin' Hot. I believe this is going to be your Nether variant because it's a nice orange, fiery looking one. Now we're on to Melanistic. Deep blue and purple color scheme. Not dark like the other Melanistic ones we've seen. A few left. We're at Midnat, and it's gonna look kind of like an Ender Dragon with the purple in its mouth and eyes and the black and gray color scheme it has. Second to last, we have Snowy, gonna be looking like Elsa a little bit with the blue and the white. Our final one is going to be Sunset. It's gonna have like a nice purple and sunset color scheme happening, as the name explains. Now we're on to Light Furies. This is going to be your albino Light Fury. Very similar to the Night Fury, except it is more feminine looking. Next we have Droton. All the Light Furies are very similar. I believe the only thing that changes are eye colors and the amount of spots they have. Purple eyes. Now on to Droton Grogolder, very similar to that one, less intense on the colors and nice blue eyes. Now on Drogolder, even less coloring than the last two and like turquoise eyes. Now onto the base Light Fury. This is gonna be the one that you see in the How to Train Your Dragon 3 movie. Nice light blue eyes and pure white color scheme pretty much. Now we're on to Melanistic. Very similar to a Night Fury again, kind of like the albino one, but this time it's gonna be dark. Okay, Night Fury, purple eyes. Now on to Stella. It's gonna be like a nice pink color one. Very cool. Now on Sven, nice yellow eyes, very gold, purple color scheme happening. I like that. Now on to Sven Drogolder. I don't know what Drogolder means. Maybe like lots of spots or something, because all of the Drogolder ones have excessive spots and excessive colors. Now onto Violet, and as the name suggests, it's going to be a violet looking Light Fury with its violet eyes. And all of these dragons come with a alpha variant as well, so they have the stripe going up the back, kind of like Toothless has in the How to Train Your Dragon 2 movie. Now we're on to Light Knights. This is going to be your Cinder Pot. Very nice gray eyes, and the color scheme obviously matches in between of a Light Fury and Night Fury. Next up, Curls. You can see on the wings the curling patterns it has all around. Nice blue eyes. Now on to Dawn. Nice orange eyes like it's Dawn. Otherwise, similar to the other ones. Now on to Fenrir. Fenrir is Loki's child, I believe. Very cool looking. Now on to Freckles. Freckles on its face. Purple and blue eyes. Very nice. Like I said, nice purple and blue eyes with the basic color scheme happening. Garm. Now we're looking on Garm, which is another wolf from Norse mythology. I've seen this guy in the God of War series mostly. Now onto Goggles, and with the color scheme that's happening, you can see he has little goggles on with his yellow eyes. Very cool, I like this one a lot. Now on Hulking, nice deep brown eyes with the black stripe down his back. Pretty awesome. Now onto Hati. I also like this one a lot. These guys are very similar to geckos. Nice black top and white bottom. We see Iridescent, green on this side, blue on this side, half and half of a Light Fury and Night Fury. Now to Sentengard over there. Orange eyes, blue eyes, and looks like the half and half of a Night Fury and Light Fury. Now into Shimmer. This one again. Very similar to the other one, but it is slightly different, I think. Not too sure though. We see Skull. Oh, and Skull is the wolf that chases the sun in Norse mythology. So all these Light Knights have something to do with wolves in Norse mythology. Very cool. Now onto Snowflake. Nice snowy pattern. Purple eyes. Very cool. Now we see Speckle. Very similar to Snowflake and Freckle, but instead of the white base and the black spots with some nice purple eyes. Now we are on to Spot Belly. I don't know what makes it a spot belly when spots are not on the belly, but the pattern is very similar to a hideous Zippleback. Now to Star Runner, very similar to the Ender Dragon again with this color scheme. Eyes are glitched out maybe because this one has a pupil and this one does not. I do like this purple and blue, or this purple and black. Very nice. Now on to Valentine. Very nice pattern here. I do like this one a lot. And the nice pink eyes. Now on to Wink. This one a nice teal and purple for the eyes. A basic pattern. We're going to skip this one and head over to this one first. This one is Ying. This one's Yin with the brown eye on the right, blue eye on the left, black spot on the top with a basic Light Fury texture otherwise. After we have Yang, white spot on the head, brown eye on the left, blue eye on the right, basic Night Fury texture after that. Alright, so I'm editing the video and turns out I forgot to review the Night Furies, so here are some pictures of all of them. Our next dragons are going to be a hybrid dragon called the Singe Strike. This is going to be, like I said, this is a hybrid between a Singe Tail and a Triple Strike. Albino variant, very basic pink texture, has the body of a Triple Strike and the eyes of a Singe Tail. Now it's a chorus. It's a Planochorus fruit with the deep purples. Pretty nice. Now it's a Crimson. This is very similar to the Alpha slash Titan Wing Singe Tail that we see in the Race to the Edge show. Now to Earth. This one's similar to a Gronkel in the sense that it is a nice brown color scheme. Now on a Floral, based off flowers, very pink. Now we see Forest. Looks like it lives in the trees. Very cool. Come down to the end. We're on to Melanistic. Very nice deep purples and like deep navy blues. Very nice. Now to Singe Strike. This is the basic variant. I feel like I like this one the most so far. I like this plain color scheme. Now onto Snowcap. Very nice, vibrant blue. Looks kind of like the sky. And finally, we're on Spectre. Nice green, sea green looking one. Very cool. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the Skrill Cutter. This is the albino variant. Very similar to the albino Skrill that we'll see. And the Skrill Napper. These are not too much different from each other. Red eyes, white color scheme. We're on to Lavender. Lavender and the next one have a nice glow. I do like this in the eyes and the wings, as well as the tail. That's pretty awesome. Now it's a Light Cutter. This makes sense because it is very bright, vibrant, and glows a lot. Now we see Melanistic, just a black Skrill pretty much. Still like it though. Now onto Pickle Cutter, nice green, pretty basic again. Now it's a Shark Cutter, doesn't really resemble a shark too much. It's a purple instead of a blue or gray. Now it's a Skrill Cutter. This is going to be your hybrid dragon base with the Storm Cutter and Skrill. Very basic. And our final one is Storm Skriller. Not that nice. This like terracotta looking orange and the old blue. Now we're on to the Skrill. This is going to be your albino one. Almost exactly the same to that one, except the eyes are a deep red instead of a bright one. Now we're going to be on Blue Dragon. We've seen Green Dragon, White Dragon, all the dragons so far. Now we're on to Blue. Very cool, vibrant blue. I like that. Now onto Butter. This is a buttery yellow. Now onto Crimson. Green eyes, red color scheme. Pretty awesome. Now on Inferior, orange eyes, kind of like a gold on the wings and details, pretty nice. Now we're on to Icebane, very nice looking one, basic though, like this blue. Now on to Luistic, very similar to the albino one, but keeps the same eye color and has these purple accents. Now on to Melanistic, very similar to the base Skrill, except it's a darker purple. Now onto Moonshock. Nice pink. I really like this one. It's very different from everything else. Like it. Now onto Nemesis. A nice electric blue color scheme happening here. Also very awesome. Now onto Pickle. Pink eyes, green. Pretty basic though. It's alright. Now onto the base Skrill. This is going to be the one that you've seen in these shows. Now onto Spark. Again, very nice color scheme with the blue and the yellow. This is one of my favorite Skrills to get in the game. Now we see Spoopy. It's going to be your Halloween variant. Nice deep purples and the orange stomach with the green eyes. Very nice. Now onto Spring Storm. I do like this one. Again, I like the color scheme it has here. The deep blue and the deep orange. Coming down to the end, we have Storm Shadow. I believe this one did not change from the original. It's supposed to change. It's supposed to be black with the purple accents instead of a purple with purple accents. Second to last, we're on to Tempest. This one's your Nether variant, I think, with the fiery oranges and such. And finally, we're on to Zen. Nice red and black with the green eyes. This one's also very cool. Now we're on to Skrill Nappers. This is going to be albino one. Very similar to the Luistic ones, except for the eyes are red. And very similar to the one behind it, even though they are different. We're on to Bubble Bone. These are pretty much the exact same as your normal Skrill variants, except they have the skeletons on their head, or skeletons on their body. We're on Fafnir. Nice red with the bones. This one kind of looks like a muscle and bone system. I do like this one a lot. We're on Ghidorah, the Godzilla variant we've seen for Monstrous Nightmares. They have a bunch of them. Pretty nice for the Skrill Napper. We're on Hellbone. This has to be your Nether variant. It's already called Hellbone, with the Wither skeleton and the Nether textures. Here we can see Melanistic. Very nice deep purples with the black skeleton it uses. Very awesome. Coming down to the end, we're on to Pine Bone. Similar to the Pickle one, but a more emerald sort of green. Third to last, we're on Prismatic. This one has like a nice little shine to it with these speckles. Now that I'm looking at it, not much different from the albino one. It has the stuff on its cheek and the wings, but otherwise very similar. Now on to Skrill Napper. It's going to be your base one that you can find around the world. Normal Skrill with the skeleton on. And finally, we have Soul Napper. Again, a Nether variant, I think, with the Soul Sand and the Blue Fire. Very nice looking. Next, we're on to Snow Wraiths. Snow Wraiths are unreleased currently, but they have inputted their models onto their website. So I will be putting those on screen. Now we're on to Triple Strikes. This is going to be albino one. Very similar to the Sin Strike, except I think this one has brownish red eyes. We're on to Blue. Blue body, red stomach, yellow eyes. Pretty nice color scheme. We're on Boris. Nice pink eyes, purple. Very cool. We're on Common. This one should be called Uncommon to match the Fortnite loot, because it is a green, not a gray. Red eyes though, pretty cool. We're on Champion. Blue stomach, green color scheme, pretty decent. We're on DG. I don't know what that stands for, but nice green eyes and purple color scheme. Very similar to the Boreal one. Boris. Now we see Eclipser. Nice black and white. Very nice with the blue eyes. This is going to be our Jurassic World variant. The Indo, similar to the Indoraptor with the gold color scheme and the red eyes and black color scheme. Now it's a Kettlecaught. This one kind of reminds me of Toy Story with the color scheme. Just looks like a toy. Now it's a Melanistic. Nice purple. More purple stomach. Blue eyes. Purple, I guess. Awesome. Now it's a Nicora. Nice red and yellow. Looks very similar to the base Triple Strike, but it is not. Their base Triple Strike in the show. Now you see Rose Thorn. Not as nice. The eyes are really cool with the sunset looking textures. We have Scorpius, very nice with the black color scheme and red eyes. Coming down to the end, we're on Sleuther. This is going to be the one that you see in the Race to the Edge show. Pretty awesome. Now it's a Spyro, based off Spyro the Dragon. Very cool color scheme, purple, orange, green eyes, very similar to the OG character. We're on Starstreak, not as nice, red, blue, it's alright. And now we're on to Stone Mother, very similar to the uncommon one, but a blue. They should have named it rare. And finally, we're on the base Triple Strike, very similar to some ones we've seen before. Very boring. Our next dragons are going to be the Woolly Howls. This is going to be our albino Woolly Howl. I don't know why some of them have horns and some don't. It's very strange to me. This one looks straight like a sheep. Now it's a Blueberry, the nice deep bluish purple, pretty cool. It's a Frostfire. This one is pretty terrible, I have to say. It looks very weird with the color scheme. Into Fuzz Bucket. This one's a nice chocolatey brown with the brown wool it has on its body. It's a Grape, nice pinkish purple or like a magenta. Pretty awesome. Now it's melanistic again with the horns. Very strange to me why the different skin deformities have these on them. Now it's a Mystic Wing, a nice blue. Pretty cool. It's Polaris. This one, I don't know if it is a skin condition or something, but it has the horns again. Second to last, we're on Woodwind. Not the greatest again. Looks very similar to a watermelon. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that, but it does. And finally, we're on to the base Woolly Howl. This is going to be the one that you see in the game, I believe. Our final dragon that we are covering are going to be the Nightlights. This is going to be your Appaloosa. Nice red and purple eyes. I like this a lot. We have Ashwing. Don't know what makes it ashy. Maybe. Oh, I see. With the gray eyes. Going to Dart. We've seen this in the How to Train Your Dragon movies and short show episode things. Awesome. Going to Dusk. We see Dusk with the yellow and the pink, kind of like a dusk morning. We're into Harlequin. Very nice looking. Nice black and yellow eyes. I like this. We're into Iridescence. Similar to Iridescent, but I think the eye colors are switched. These guys are not listening to me. Very cool. But very nice variant. I do like that. Now it's a Leopard. It looks like a snow leopard with the textures it has going on. Kind of want to see these eye colors it has. Okay, oh, nice green. Now it's a Night Dancer. Nice purple eyes. Basic color scheme though. Alright. Now it's a Pouncer. This again we've seen in the movie and like short episode show things. Very nice. And our last one from the shows and movies and whatever is Rough Runner. Have seen him. We're on to Sky Dancer. What was this one again? This one was Night Dancer. This one is Sky Dancer. I believe this is because it has more of a sunny looking eyes. Now on to Snow Owl. One of the best variants for the Nightlight. I love how they gradiented the wings. This is very cool with the orange eyes. And our final dragon of the episode is going to be Tiger. Nice red eyes with the tiger stripes looking texture. Pretty cool. But like I mentioned, thank you all so much for watching. If you do enjoy, like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace out. The depths of the sea and the silence of the dunes comes one of the most elusive dragons in all of Berk's forgotten waters. This is the Sand Wraith, the sole member of the tidal class in the Archipelago Additions mod, and it's more than worthy of holding that title alone. Capable of swimming through sand as easy as it soars through the air, the Sand Wraith is a master of ambush. With camouflage scaled and silent wings, it becomes the perfect predator in a coastal terrain. It doesn't breathe fire, instead it hurls scorching blasts that look like sandstorms wrapped in plasma. You won't see it coming until it's too late. During the day it rests hidden beneath the surface, but when night falls, it becomes a shadow on the tide. Swift, strategic, and deadly. The ocean holds many secrets, and the Sand Wraith might be one of its most dangerous. Dragons are sure to surface from the depths, but for now, the tidal class belongs to the Sand Wraith alone. Subscribe for more dragon showcases and let me know what class you want to see next. What's happening, everybody? Today we are looking at every tidal class dragon variant in Archipelago Additions. Unfortunately, my shaders are not working on this world. I have no idea why, but we're going to continue anyways. As well, we're not just looking at the tidal class, they updated Archipelago Additions, so now I will be showing the Snow Wraith since it is out. So yeah, since there's only Sand Wraiths in Archipelago Additions, I have to make this a little bit longer. So the spawn biomes for Sand Wraiths are beaches, deserts, and snowy beaches. The breeding food for them are honeycomb and sage fruit. The taming food is raw cod and raw salmon. Finally, the taming needs is night vision or invisibility, no armor, and no weapons equipped. Our first variant we're looking at is the Sand Wraith. Here it is. I don't know too much about it. I think the first time it appeared was School of Dragons. I do like it though. It's pretty cool looking. It's a Light Fury base, a Night Fury. Pretty awesome. Our next one is going to be Alberto. A nice blue and purple. Nice like zippleback texture on the wings. Very nice. Our next one is going to be the Albino Sand Wraith. Not as cool as the other one. Nice eyes though. Looks very similar to a albino Night Fury. Next we're on to Amber. Nice like bubbles on there. Well, I didn't notice the tail before, but it's got like, I don't even know what you would call that. It's like fins though. Pretty cool. Now we're into Chroma. Nice black and rainbow looking one. Very nice. Also like a sunset eyes looking thing. Very cool. Now into Cinder. Nice like a burnt looking Sand Wraith. Very nice. Sunset looking eyes again. Very nice. Very cool. Now we're on to Desert. And it does not look that much like a desert with its weird pink. You'd think that it's more of like the sandstone looking color, but it's a reddish looking. Now it's a Dune. This is what I would think the desert one would look like, except for this is more like a pink and some dark blue eyes. That's pretty awesome. Now it's a Hydaelyn. Looks very similar to a like unsaturated Light Fury. Black horns, blue eyes. This is pretty nice. Now it's a Luca, which is obviously based off the Luca Disney movie with the nice teal and blue texture it has. Very nice. It pops really well. Now it's a Melanistic. Like I said earlier, looks like an albino Night Fury. This one looks exactly like a normal Night Fury, pretty much, except for the tail, the spikes, and the pattern. But otherwise, this would just be a Night Fury. Now into Mesa. You'd think it's more like a Mesa biome, like orange and terracotta looking, but it's not. It's more of like a throw up brownish green with purple horns. Still looks pretty nice. I do like the texture it has. Now it's a Mud Wraith. And again, like these color schemes aren't like matching with the names because instead of, I guess looks like Minecraft mud, but you'd think mud is more like brown as well with the white spikes. I feel like it should be like a mud brick that they have in the game instead. But nice blue eyes too. We're into Pie. I don't know if this is supposed to be based off anything, but nice purple blue eyes. Nice color scheme and textures. This is pretty cool. Now we're into Rodea. Very nice blue with white horns. This is pretty cool. And our final Sand Wraith variant is going to be the Seafoam. I would like to see some more green, I guess. This one looks like it came straight off the beach. Very cool looking though. I do like this. Now it's time to look at the Snow Wraith. So we're going to TP to it. Alright, now we're at the Snow Wraith. The Snow Wraith spawns in frozen peaks, snowy slopes, and snowy taigas. The breeding and taming are the same as the Sand Wraith. You would think it'd be much bigger because I feel like in the show it's shown to be like pretty massive looking dragon, more like a monstrous nightmare, but it's like the same size as a Night Fury. Let's see if I can get my player here. We have my player next to it. I'm taller than the Snow Wraith. It's a very strange that it's like this. I think it'd be bigger, but they did a really nice job with the model. I would like to see it much bigger because it is very small. Let's see when we fly it. Looks pretty nice though, but very short video this time since there's only a couple dragons. But I do want to thank y'all for watching this short video. I wish the shaders would have looked, it would have made this video much nicer, but there's not much I can do about it. I hope to see you again, and if you guys do want to see some more mods or texture packs, put them in the comments below if you want me to review them. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. The hunt begins. Silent, focused, relentless. These are the dragons, built for pursuit, masters of the chase. In this showcase, we're covering every tracker class variant in Archipelago Additions. First up, the iconic Deadly Nadder. Fast, agile, and fiercely loyal, known for its explosive spine shots and razor sharp senses. This dragon's not just fast, it's accurate. In Archipelago Additions, the Nadder variants come with vibrant colors and incredible flight mobility, making them perfect companions for scouting and mid-air skirmishes. Next, the Rumblehorn. Stubborn and unstoppable, this dragon can sniff out anything, even through stone. With its massive horn and tough hide, it bulldozes through terrain like nothing else. Perfect for base defense or pursuits. The Rumblehorn is bulky, rugged, and primal. And finally, the elusive Wolf-Fang, a newer addition to the tracker class. This dragon combines stealth and raw ferocity. Think of it as a lone hunter, quiet until it strikes, making it one of the deadliest if you're not paying attention. But don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all in the showcase. Well, hello everyone. I am finally here this week's video. Last week I skipped on the video because I was very busy that week, but I was not busy this week. So we're recording this video, editing this video, uploading it on Sunday, and you guys can watch it whenever you're watching it. So why don't we get into it? Like the intro stated, we're going over every tracker class dragon variant. The first one, the Deadly Nadder. These ones have already been covered in the Sharp class, so I'm not going to be covering it in this video, but I'll put in video clips of me covering it in the Sharp class. Starting off with our Deadly Nadders, we're going to have our albino Deadly Nadder here, and they are all currently sleeping with their new animations added. Very cool. Basic, I don't like this one too much. It's alright. Next we have Barklethorn. We've seen this in the original Isle of Berk mod. This is not a new variant. Pretty cool though, I like this one for the base ones. Now we're on to Borkweek. Nice teal and pink color scheme going on with this one. Nothing too special, but now we're on Cane. This is obviously your Christmas variant. Red and white candy canes. Pretty cool. Now we're on to the base Deadly Nadder. It's going to be your purple and yellow one. It's alright. Now we're on to Fly Storm. This is going to be a orange and green one. We've seen these two already in the normal Isle of Berk. Oh, well, I just realized something. Up next is Hulger. This is almost exactly the same to this one. Eye colors are different, and this one's more dull. Well, we got this random guy now. Pirata, nice teal and purple. Well, maybe not a teal, more like a light blue. Pretty decent. Alright, now we're on to Kingstale. Nice orange and blue. I do like this one. It pops very nice. Next we're on Lethal Lancebeak. Blue and purple ones. I don't really like the blue and purple ones. I don't feel like they match very well. Or well, they do match, but they don't pop. Now we're on to Melanistic. It's going to be a nice dark purple, black variant. I really like this. Now we're on to Pinata. Was recently Cinco de Mayo. Then you have your perfect Deadly Nadder variant for it. Next we're on to Rodin. This is your Nether variant, straight out of the lava. Now we're on to the Runic Nadder. It's going to be your Norse themed one. Resembles a runic tablet from... It's going to resemble your runic tablets from many games with the nice blue designs. Now we're on to Scardian. Again, very basic. We've seen like 7 of these same ones. So let's go next. Now we're on to Seedling Stormpest. This one better, different design on the wings, different eye color, pretty cool. Second to last, we're on to Spring Shedder. This is gonna resemble your albino one, but worse in my opinion, because it just doesn't look very cool. And finally, the one we all love, Stormfly from your movies, shows, games. Very nice. Love to see it. For some reason, the rumble horns are glitched right now. Every single one has their wings out. Unless you look at like a specific part in their wings. But like I said, these are the rumble horns. They spawn in beaches, snowy beaches, and windswept forests. This is your Skull Crusher variant. This is one of my top 5 dragons. I love the rumble horn and I love Skull Crusher. And they did an amazing job with the model. It does not allow me to look at them head on for some reason, but like I said, amazing job with the model, did very nice with the wings and whatever. I do like it. Just some parts don't feel textured, even though I feel like Skull Crusher is one of the most textured dragons they have. Alright, but next we're on to Albino. Nice white rumble horn. Not as good, doesn't really fit the vibe, but still pretty decent. Now we're on to Bismuth. That sounds familiar, but I forgot what that means. But nice yellow wings, blue texture. This one's pretty nice. Now it's a Bloodbath. This one looks extremely cool, and it fits the theme. I feel like having a unstoppable defensive dragon. This looks amazing. Now onto Bumble Rumble. Nice bumblebee looking texture for it. Pretty cool. Does not fit the vibe though. I would not want to have one of these in my world. Onto Emerald. Emerald's very close to Skull Crusher except for where the parts that are red, there is Emerald Green. Looks like they missed a spot here. Let me go check out Skull Crusher. Oh no, Skull Crushers are all black. Or all red. Look at this guy. But for some reason this one has a little bit of red on the back of its head. That's pretty weird. Now onto Junebug. Lots of like bug themed ones in this one. It kind of makes sense. I think they're based off beetles with its armor and stuff. Pretty cool though. Nice orange with the pattern it has, like the Junebug. Pretty awesome. No, it's a melanistic. Extremely cool. Completely solid black. Pretty much looks almost like a Night Fury in texture. Yellow eyes. This looks amazing. Now it's a painted. This one looks like a beetle. Like really close, I would feel like, with the pattern it has. And these actually look like shields on the neck and shoulders. This is actually really cool. Now it's a rhino. Makes sense with the rhino horn. Only thing is that maybe make the horns like a creamy, kind of like a rhino horn as well. Not very textured on its back or a leg. It's kind of weird. Everything else looks detailed and it looks cartoony in this area. Now we're onto the base rumble horn. Don't know why Olive Berk has every OG variant as purple as their base design. Pretty weird to me. This does not fit the theme of a rumble horn. I feel like reds, grays, blacks, greens work very nice. But a purple does not really suit it that well. Second to last one, Snow Cap. Obviously, basing it's based off like a spruce tree with snow on top. Don't really know how I feel about it. It's not the coolest one that they have. And finally, we have Thor. This guy looks like straight out of the God of War game. This looks pretty cool with the orange beard chin and the blues and the lightning blue it has. With this lightning pattern on the wings, that looks pretty awesome. But that's it for Rumblehorns. Our final dragon in the track class are Wolf-Fangs. These spawn in dark forests, snowy taigas, and taigas. And this is going to be our albino variant. Pretty cool. I don't know much about these guys. I think they're from the games. I don't think these have been in any shows or movies, or else I probably would know what they are then. But pretty cool. Going into Ashen. Better than the albino one with its texturing and eyes. Very nice. Went to blue purple. Again, pretty cool. I like the white one, the ashen one better. But this is still pretty nice. Went to brown. This one again. I feel like this one's better than the last one. I like the ones that kind of look like dinosaurs. These look pretty cool though. Now onto brown tan. Same thing as the last one. But instead of the white wings, it's got like a tan. This looks pretty awesome. Looks like a Spinosaurus or Baryonyx or something. Pretty cool. Now it's a Bolt Eater. A nice purple and like a pink lightning looking thing. Pretty nice. Now it's Chestnut. Very similar to the other brown ones I've seen, but it's got more of like a gray tint. Looks kind of like those, but like old. Now we're on to Cyan. Don't know how I feel about this one. Cyan, orange eyes. Still pretty nice looking dragon. I do like their model. Desert. A nice sandy color scheme it has. That's pretty awesome. Now it's a golden wolf lord. This looks like your nether variant, maybe? It looks like soul sand with soul fire wings and a glowstone looking pattern on its mouth and stomach. No, it's a green and brown. This one looks like a tree, kind of like the snowcap one. No, it's a gray, similar to ashen. And by similar, I mean very similar. I don't even know what the difference is here. On Lupus Boreas. This one's better than Cyan. I do like this navy, or royal blue, I guess you'd call it. Right, but melanistic. Not much melanin in these guys compared to the Rumblehorn over here. This is more like a gray, while the Rumblehorn was a complete black. Yeah, purple gold. This one is very good in my opinion. On any dragon or any color scheme, gold and purple always fits well. And it's a purple red. These guys sleep with their eyes wide open, I guess. Nice red, reddish orange with the purple. On Rhyme Biter. This is going to be your snowy variant. Nice white, snowy white with the blue accents. Very nice. Rock Fond Rift Hound. Very nice. Bright, bright eyes. Mouth also has some weird brightness to it. And unfortunately, these guys are also glitched, kind of like the Rumble Horns were. But again, nice like purplish accent here and there, and a nice brown. We're on to rusted color scheme with the orange and brown. Very nice though, I do like this. We're on to Thunder Craven Rift Hound. Similar to that other one, but fully purple instead of like the brown. Getting down to the last two, we're on to Turquoise. This one's, in my opinion, one of the worst one for the blue ones. Still pretty cool looking, but... And our final dragon in this showcase is yellow. And we have a nice yellow looking Wolf-Fang. Nice, pretty gold. Pretty awesome. But thank y'all for watching. This is one of the last episodes of Archipelago Additions. Thank y'all for watching all those videos if you have. If you haven't, go watch them and then I'll thank you. But not much else in this mod pack or mod. And we're gonna have to do a pivot, a turning point, and switch the topic and find a new mod, or just talk about Isle of Berk in general, since I have not fully made a video on it covering it. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.